Hello! This week's week 28, and in this week you're going to continue learning about pedigrees by creating some of your own. So hopefully you're watching this quick video tutorial to show you how to get this project started. So right here, two important things: make sure to follow your directions carefully and to watch this video. So first thing, design a pedigree that will cover 3 generations of the Jones-Smith family. For this assignment, you're going to pretend that this is your family. Each pedigree must show everyone in the Jones-Smith family. You will make pedigrees for 3 out of the 7 traits, and here are your options. You can make pedigrees for handedness, right or left, eye color, blue or not blue, earlobe, attached or detached, cleft chin, yes or no, freckles, present or absent, dimples, yes or no, and tongue, roller or non-roller. So let's start by opening the PowerPoint at the top of the screen. Once the PowerPoint opens, you will also need the Pretend Family document, which is a Word document. And if you prefer, this information is also listed for you down here in the assignment. So before we go over how to set up your pedigrees, let me go over your rubric. First, you will earn 15 points for including all family members and all traits in the data table. Then, for each pedigree slide that you do, you need to have a title, a key, you need to have each family member's name appearing under their symbol, and the pedigree needs to be accurately drawn based on the information given about the Smith-Jones family. Okay, now let me show you what you need to do with your PowerPoint. Notice I have split my screen. I have my family information on one side and I have my pedigree project template over here. So the first thing I would do in the title slide is delete where it says put your name here and put in your name. Then moving on to the data table. Let me make this full screen so you can see it for a moment. Here you see these are the members of the Jones-Smith family. It starts out with the Jones family, and then it moves into the Smith family, and then it moves into the children of a Jones-Smith marriage. So notice here, I want you to pretend that this is your family, and so when it says you are going to fill in your name and you're going to fill in your actual traits. So you can do that simply by clicking in one of the table cells, and then you need to read. You need to read this information about the Jones-Smith family, and every time you see a piece of information, you can put it over here in the data table where it belongs. The columns are right-handed or left-handed, earlobes, cleft chin, dimples, and tongue roller. Okay, so if I were to start, I'd start with, it says Grandma Jones is your mom's mom. She is right-handed and has beautiful blue eyes. Alright, so I would go to Grandma Jones and I would type in right-handed. And then you would continue on down and fill in the information for all of the members of the Jones and Smith family. Remember where it says you are putting in your information. I'd like to make a correction here. In the original information, I gave you 7 traits to choose from and you needed to do 3 pedigrees, but the data table only covers 5 of those traits. So you can ignore eye color and you can ignore freckles, it looks like. Yep. So you'll fill in the Smith-Jones family information and then you'll move on to creating your pedigree. At the top of the pedigree slide, and you're going to make 3 of these, but at the top of the pedigree slide, decide which of your 5 traits that you're going to choose from, and you would type that here, say handedness. And then you can adjust where that is on the slide if you need to. Then I've given you information for your key. You can use these 4 symbols as cut and paste symbols, which will make it much easier than trying to go find your shapes and create your shapes. These will make all the shapes the same size. I've given you one of each kind that you might need. So to insert one of these shapes, I would Control C for copy and then Control V for paste, and you see I end up with another square. So if you drag and drop your information, I've copied and pasted my first two people in this family. Notice I have also given you in separate text boxes, I've given you the names of each of the members of the Jones-Smith family. You can drag these underneath each of the symbols as you go. You might need to play around a little bit with spacing, work with them so that they all fit. You can play around with font size if you need to make things bigger or smaller, because you will have quite a bit of information that you need to fit into this pedigree. So, this is how you start your pedigree. Remember, over here you will need a key that will show what trait you are studying, so you can type over what it says here or with what trait, and that's sufficient for your key. All you need to do is show if what the shaded symbol would mean. It might mean right-handed, it might mean left-handed. You get to decide that for this particular one because neither is recessive or dominant. And then copy and paste that again for your two unshaded symbols. The only thing that you will need to insert from the Insert tab are lines. So remember, between two people that are married, you insert a line between them, and between two people to show the children of those two individuals, you draw your line down from them. So this is the beginning to your first pedigree. Once you have all of your shapes, and you can use the names on the side here as a guide for how many shapes you need. Once you have all of your shapes, you need to copy and paste this slide. To copy and paste the slide, right-click on the slide, say Copy. Over here on the menu, say Paste, and that will give you the exact same slide. Then you won't have to go through and recreate your pedigree 3 times. All you need to do is change the title, change the trait that you're looking at, and then you will need to change who is affected by that trait. So you will need to shade in the appropriate boxes for each new trait that you do. If you have any questions about how to do this project, please make sure you ask when you're finished with everything. Let's go back to the directions. We went through, fill in the data table, use the PowerPoint template, copy and paste the pedigree slide, so changing the shaded shapes to fit the next trait of your choice. Remember, you must choose 3 of the 7, but really it's 5 traits. When you're finished, you should have 5 total slides. 1 title slide, 1 for the data tables, and 3 pedigrees. Remember, each pedigree can only show 1 trait at a time. When you're finished with everything, attach your PowerPoint to the submission box and wait for your grade. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.